Okay folks, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're watching a game filmed at the Aslan Shah Cup in Malaysia. It's Australia in the green and gold versus New Zealand, the Black Sticks. This is a game just towards the end of the tournament, and we're actually tracking Jamie Dwyer for the entire time that he's on the field. Something a little bit different, because what I wanted to demonstrate was how Jamie positions himself, where he moves on the field. As you see now, Jamie's started off just in the middle of the park towards the forward line, and he's just tracking in that inside channel. We're not particularly watching the ball. Sometimes the ball's in shot, sometimes not. So Jamie's just tracking up and down there. He's not working particularly hard. Ball starts to move forward, Jamie takes off, and then he comes back again. Now in this game, Jamie is already 37 years old. He's still playing top level hockey. Here we are, Jamie on the ball now. Collects the ball nicely, takes it over to the sideline. So as soon as the black stick player puts stick on ball, it pushes it over to the sideline. He really didn't have anywhere to go. So he more or less committed the player into giving away the foul. And Jamie's now tracked right up into the forward line. And here he is, sneaking along the back line. Always hunting on that back post. This is pretty common. You'll often see Jamie in that position. Now he's trying to get in front of his marker. Nothing doing there. So the ball's gone out to the side. Jamie just walks back, takes his rest where he can. So as you notice now, Jamie's gone from starting in the inside channel. He's more or less taken up a centre forward position. One of the high forwards signalling for the ball. There he goes. He's lost his marker, sneaking in again around in front of goal. The ball's over on the right, Jamie's on the left post, so he's on the opposite post where the ball is. Now we see the ball coming back now. It was obviously changing sides there for a second. Here we go. Yeah, so he's not chasing up and down, he's not busting his boiler. When he sees the opportunity to play a ball, he comes in or puts pressure on a player. And there he is, he's heading off to the sideline, looks like an interchange. So he's moved back away from the centre forward position. Okay, now he's picked up the ball, so he actually wasn't going off as it first appeared. So having had his rest up at the front, when there's nothing much happening, now he's busting his boiler. Play back down the field again. Picks up the ball, the right half position, centre mid, and there he is. So hence the reason for the big run there. He knew he was about to get subbed off. So there we are, 17 and a half minute quarters. So he's back on again now. He's had his rest, and here we go. Comes back on again, centre mid half position on the right side. And again, it's right up to the forward line. Takes his position in front of goal. Oh, and Zalewski there getting fouled. So the defender's front marking Jamie. He's dodging from side to side, in behind his marker, trying to make some space for himself, trying to lose his man. And this is the problem with front marking a player like Jamie Dwyer. He's not a big player, probably about 73 kilograms, something like that. I'm not sure of his height, probably about 175 centimetres, somewhere there. There he is, makes a lead, just gets a touch on the ball. Oof, looks like he took a knock on the finger there as well. Just stretching in. Clash of sticks by the look of things. Yeah, in a little bit of pain, but still getting himself into a goal scoring position. Okay, so ball out over the back, coming up for 16 out. Now Jamie, suddenly he's moved over into the left inside position. So he started out the right mid, moved up to centre forward, now he's moved across to left mid. So this is interesting, we've got the one player moving from midfield up to centre forward, back to midfield on the other side. So this is obviously a rotation that's been previously worked out. Again, Jamie's jogging up the field, taking his rest where he can. In this particular game, as you'll see later on, Jamie plays a great deal of the game, probably more than he normally would. And the reason for that wasn't obvious at the time, but now I have the benefit of hindsight. Well, here we go, it's on the ball now, picks it up, works his way back, runs with the ball, lays it off, gives support, ball's up the front now, he's really busting his boiler to get up there and help with some support. Put some pressure on the players. Anything happening? No, doesn't commit, doesn't commit, doesn't commit. Tried to protect his feet, couldn't get the stick down in time. So 16 out for New Zealand. And again, having sprinted and worked his heart out, he now takes his time to recover. Oh, yellow card for somebody, for something. Not sure what that was. So as I was saying, the reason for Jamie spending a lot of time on the field in this particular game, which became apparent afterwards, was that Australia were into the final, and Jamie, in fact, didn't get to play in the final of the Aslan Shah in 2016. So I suspect the management had already made the decision at this particular time, and because of that, gave Jamie the extra time on the park, either to save some of the other players or to give him the extra play time for the entire tournament. Even so, for a 37-year-old guy, his performance is just absolutely extraordinary. Now he's shifted back into the centre forward position, working his way down the field. We'll zoom out here, so that's a short corner. That's why we're not seeing where the ball is at the present time, but now we're back in with it. So we'll have a look and see what Jamie's doing. He's gradually working his way down behind the defence, looking for an early break, obviously. Kiwi goalkeeper Manchester coming out to have a word with his player, I think. Probably tell him to keep an eye on Jamie. Plenty of chat going on there from the fullback and from the goalkeeper. And there's the whistle in the background. Obviously the short corner is about to be taken. Jamie now works his way back at about a half pace to support, track the player, cut out his right option. So that's everybody back behind the ball. So Jamie was up in case they got the early break. They didn't get the early break, so back he comes. So from the top of the opposition D, all the way back to his own 25 to put pressure on the ball carrier. Now he works his way back forward again. Here come the other forwards now, starting to spread the game. Looks like Jamie's moving more into an inside left position here. So once again, from the restart, he started on the right mid, went up to centre forward, crossed to left mid, and now it looks like he's left inside. Here we go. Receives the ball nicely, plays it in the direction he wants to go. Just lifts the ball as he goes, so in case anybody sneaks in around him, they don't get an easy flat stick challenge onto him. Aaron having a look, pops one over the top. Jamie rushing through, little touch there, and touched in at the far post. Jamie's saying something to the umpire. He said, no, no, no. He said, touch my foot. True sportsmanship. So you could see Jamie there just waving at the umpire, waving his hand and his finger and saying, no, touch my foot on the way through. And so even though it was popped into the goal, good sportsman that he is, and conceded straight away, no goal. No ball on the left, Jamie's on the other side of the field again, on the far post, always hunting on that far post on the opposite side. So the ball's often coming across the face of the goalkeeper on the professional side. If you're going to miss across the face of goal, that way hopefully you've got some support, and if you're playing for the Kookaburras, you've nearly always got some support on the far post. So now we have a big whistle, something's happening down there. You see the supporters up in the top right hand corner. The school kids are always appointed to the different teams at the Aslan Shah tournament. Each team gets its own band of supporters. And they get their flag to carry and they do their little chants. So even if it's a quiet day at the tournament, every team always has some support. Looks like Blake Govers and Jamie vying for that position. Blake's taking the centre forward position now, and Jamie's swinging back onto the right wing. So once again, another change of position for him. Yeah, leads back to throw the defender off. Nope, ball went out. Yeah. So started to make a move towards the defender. Defender checked, then Jamie ducked in behind him, waited to receive the overhead. Clever stuff. Looks like Jamie has dropped back into the midfield role again. Right mid. There's Aaron, what's he going to do? That's a 16 out. So once again, ball travelling down the left inside channel. Jamie's gone from the right mid into the inside right position, where he's in it. Takes up a nice strong position towards the opposite post, just in case the ball moves across that way. Oh, Blake Govers on the burst. Yeah, lifted it up. Danger. Jamie's back there now on the right mid. Here he is, challenging for the ball. Jamie wearing his trademark yellow headband again, and his famous #1 shirt. Here we go. Blind pass out to the right. He knew Aaron was there. Oh, just missed his touch there. Good work, you two. So very well aware of where the players are. Didn't bother taking on the defender. Just received the ball. Knew Aaron was in support on the right and just flicked it out to the side. Straight onto his stick, and then away he ran. Back in there now, put some pressure on the defender. Yeah, defender goes long. Jamie's just tracking quietly. So here we are, time now, 4 minutes to go at the end of the first quarter. So here we are, second quarter. That was Jamie off. Second quarter now, 14 minutes. So 3 minutes gone already, and Jamie's waiting on the sideline. Here he is indicating for an interchange. Not sure who he's interchanging with, but we'll find out in a second. There's another interchange going on as well. Oh, there is Matt Golds' cousin. Instructions from the bench. Jamie comes on. points and reorganises things. Obviously some instruction from the management. There he is, just reorganising slightly. He's not wearing the captain's armband today, but he's obviously picked up some instructions there. So again he comes on opposite the bench, right mid position. Nothing much happening down there. He's just holding up a big piece of space in the middle of the field. There's a defender coming up to collect him now. He finally realised he's got an acre of space to work in. Tracks back towards the ball. Gives himself some space out wide. Receives, doesn't take off too fast, just runs alongside the support. There's Mark Knowles. There's Mark Knowles, obviously the captain for the day. Yeah. Shifts it back on its reverse. Knowlesy, back around again, recycles it. Jamie hits the back line. Now starts working his way in towards the post. Here he comes. And no touch that time. So again, works his way back. Nobody within cooey of the player, so he starts to put a burst on. But, no need for him to work any more than he has to. So ball's coming down the left wing, as we can see. Jamie's just tracking there now, back in the right inside position. Okay, 16 out by New Zealand. Whoops. Yeah. No, New Zealand getting in the way. And Swanee there, always a busy little player for the Kookaburras. And covers, swings one in. What's happening now? That's it. Is it in? No, it's not. Got a play. Blake's a little bit of aerial stuff. Flick, flick, flick. Nice. There's another shot on goal. Oh, short corner. Jeepers. Well, it looked for all money that was going to be a goal. Great skill by young Blake Govers. Nice little aerial touches, drags and flicks. That's a really fabulous skill. We've got some wonderful players who can execute that kind of skill in the Kookaburras. Swanee's one. Matt Golds is another. Jamie, of course, is exceptional in that department. So here we are, the big dog, Chris Siriello on the top of the D. Maybe looking for a drag flick there. Blake Govers up there too. Anyway, here comes Jamie on the drag out. Sets himself, has a look at everybody, sets himself, gets low down on the ball. Bang, straight out. Oh, nice little touch there. Up and over, another short corner. Okay, what's the instruction going to be this time? Another discussion. Everyone knows what's going to happen, so we're all on the same hymn sheet. Jamie walks back to his spot. He's not in any great hurry. Takes his rest where he can. Once again with his trademark drag out. Sets himself behind the line, gets the ball nicely in position. That's it. Weight evenly balanced, and away we go. There's another touch off to the right post this time. Couldn't quite get the touch in. Not really enough on the ball. Here's Jamie. Far post once again. Stopped the ball very nicely and just hammered it home. Probably no need to have actually hit that ball. He probably could have just slapped it in or just kept his stick on the ball and just pushed it in. However, there was enough time, and as the goalkeeper dived, he knew that if he had to, he could have just as easily lifted it into the roof of the net. So, nice easy goal for Jamie. Once again, hunting on the opposite post to where the ball comes in towards the goal. So, ball down the right-hand side, Jamie on the left post behind the goalkeeper, just holding that position in, again, a pile of space and totally unmarked, which is pretty sloppy on behalf of the Black Sticks. You would have thought that they would have had that covered, but still a short corner. People are always scrambling. There's a nice little turn there. Looks like Ryan Archibald. He's got a lovely bit of skill. Very easy going style. So here's Jamie now, back in the forward position. Looks like he's playing centre forward again, one of the high strikers. And now he's moving across to the left wing. And back into the centre again. Looks like he was trying to pull his defender out wide there to make some space. And the ball's moved away again, so back he comes. There's a big whistle. Something's happened, so away we go. So Jamie's fell back then into the inside right position, and then back. There's a left mid. He takes up a nice position there. Receives the ball straight away. A little bit of aerial, just lift the ball off the floor, so makes it hard for the defender just to lay that flat stick. Nice easy ball onto the stick of his own player. And again, ball's on the other side, doesn't need to do too much. Takes his rest where he can. And just moves himself back up the field. Ball's over on the right. Guess where Jamie is? Lining himself up towards that left post. And here's the ball coming down the right side now. Jamie's swinging across. Trying to get himself in front of his player. Here we are, lifts the ball, beautiful play. Yeah, long corner. So off the stick and away for the long corner on that particular occasion. Once again, receives the ball, doesn't receive it flat. Just puts a little bit of air under it to make it difficult for the defender. Very clever play. Again, he's had his burst. So it's slow, slow, quick, slow. That's his style. All the way there. Now he's finding space. Oh. Yep, right ball all right. Just not quite in the right position. That was a thumbs up from Jamie. There he is holding up the high striker's position. There we go. Ball out to the side. There he is. All Kookaburras are crowding the D. Black sticks are back there. 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. 8 of them. All in the D. Pack the defence. They know how dangerous the Australians can be. Jamie looks around, nobody with him, so he puts a burst on. Yeah, nice skill. Get himself out of trouble, but the Black Sticks seem to be struggling here. They're really not making very much headway down the other end of the park. So easy out again for Australia. 1, 2, 3, and away we go. There we go, back and out of trouble. All too easy. Yep. No need to dribble and take him on there, Blake. He just walked it round to the left on the other side. Jamie receives the air and just pats it back. Pats it down straight back to his player and then moves away, takes his player with him. Yep. So it looks like Jamie's the left striker now. Moved across to the left side. They're stopping the ball coming out down the Australian right side. Sorry, the New Zealand right side, the Australian left side. They managed to get the ball all the way around the back. They had to go all the way deep to go around the back and come down their right side, the Kiwis. There's a bit of danger for the Australians. Doesn't go anywhere. Jamie's back on the 25. So there's a high striker back on the 25. All the way down to the other 25, a little tap, protects the ball, runs around it, has a look, skill, drag, dribble, yeah, there's a look, there it is, nice little layoff, doesn't need to do too much. Barron comes up in support, nice little 5-metre pass, then Jimmy works his way across into the middle, Aaron sneaks over to the left, so you see Aaron has found himself free now, that's it, oh! defender had to go with him, and that meant Jamie was free, as Matt Gold was tying up the other defender. 16-yard hit out, back he comes again. High striker on the left side, so they either let them have it all the way deep on the Kiwi right. Oh, big mistake there. Jamie drags, and a shot. Oof. Tomahawk, high, wide and handsome. Could have gone anywhere. Knowing Jamie's skill, it could have just as easily hit the target or even been in the back of the net. On that particular occasion, didn't really get a hold of it. Didn't seem to quite get down far enough. And the ball shot up into the stand. Yeah, poor skill error there on behalf of the Kiwis. Yeah, just a poor pass out over the side, misunderstanding. Mark Knowles now puts the ball in. Yeah. Goldsy talking to Knowles, telling him what he wants. And Jamie there in the centre forward position, right in the penalty spot. Moving around the D. Looks like the Australians have lost possession again. Jamie's working his way towards the sideline. Looks like it's going to be another substitution. It's that time again. Yep, and there he goes. So 1 minute left on the clock. So that's been a pretty big shift in the second quarter for Jamie. Okay, here we are, second half now. Jamie's back on. Back on as one of the high strikers. What's that on the clock? 12 minutes something, so he came on about 13 minutes. He wasn't on at the start because he obviously played almost to the end of the previous quarter. Here he is now, left striker this time. Again, he comes on close to the dugout. Picks up the free hit, straight into the D. Yeah, not much in it, but just enough. Doesn't take much to go into the D, and if it does, it doesn't go 5 metres before it enters the D from a free hit, then of course it's turnover ball and a free out to the opposition. Black Sticks now, hunting down that ball at the other end, and Jamie's off. So, quick little shift on that occasion. Only about 2 or 3 minutes, and then off for a rest. So here we are, counting down to 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and Jamie's back on. Again, he comes back on the dugout side, so it's over on the Australian forward left side. That's it. Oh, the big dogs mistrapped that one. Number 5, Chris Ciriello. Jamie's staying out wide on the left during this half. He hasn't been moving around as much as he did in the first half. So the first half he was starting as a right mid, going up to an inside right, and then a high striker, then a left striker, then a left mid. And he seemed to rotate around those positions. So far in the second half, he started as a left mid or a left striker, and he just filled in between those two positions. And that's very good running there for the Kiwis, and managed to get the ball right down deep into the Australian pocket. Nice skill there, but not enough to beat Mark Knowles. And there's Jamie all the way back down there, deep inside the 25, down about on the 16, waiting to support, just in case he had to. Now he moves himself out slowly, looks around, checks the position of his defender, knows there's nobody near him. As soon as it's closed down, plays the ball straight back. Here's the Moose, having a look, nice turn. What's he got? No. A little bit of hit and hope there. Probably too much on that to be a successful pass. But he did have 3 players around him. Okay, here's the Kiwis now. Pull it back and around. They seem to be a little bit short in the midfield, the Kiwis, for some reason. They just don't seem to have the personnel filling up those positions. Oh, nice skill. Very nice skill. And that brought a nice save out too. So nicely done by the Kiwis. Picked up the ball up in the air, first timed it, but not really enough on it to trouble the Australian keeper. Oh, taken from the wrong spot. Nice turn, straight onto the foot, the Golds. Australians swarming the edge of the D, no easy ball in. Nice touch from the Kiwis. Long corner again. And just angling the stick to deflect the ball over the side, which seems to be a favourite tactic of defenders these days. Rather than trying to trap the ball and run the risk of giving away a short corner, they'll often just angle their stick out to the side and then set for the set piece. Okay, high in again, so cleared out there by Knowlesy on the slap and then sent back in too high, and that was danger from the Black Sticks. So a good little period now for the Black Sticks. There's the big dog, doesn't want to do too much. He's not real skillful on the ball, but boy can he drag and can he flick. So he usually picks up the ball in space and passes the ball in space, and that's pretty well trademarked for him. Jamie's now shifted wings. Here we are over on the right hand side. Is the ball going to make it through? No, it's not. Loose pass there, and straight back at you. And Jamie switched now. He's a high striker on the right. He throws one over the top. That's going to be a little bit hopeful. I think it's nearly always going to be a defender's ball. And Jamie now tracking back into the midfield. Kiwis are in possession of the ball. They obviously started to switch the ball, so he's moving back to cover the zone in the middle. Ryan Archibald, beautiful player. Long, loping strides, very skillful. There's the Kiwis again. Comes to nothing, unfortunately for them, and it's a 16 out. Two balls on the field there for a second. So he shifted across. Looks like he's moved back into the left mid position. So it may be that he's getting ready to make a change back again and positioning himself over towards the left side, closest to the dugout. Ready for the next change. We'll find that out in a moment. There's somebody else running off for a sub just now for the Kookaburras. That's unusual, a big hit. Oh, and that's the end of the third quarter by the looks of things. Yeah, so it is. So hence the reason for the hit. Okay, start of the last quarter here. Jamie's on the field to begin with, obviously, because he is in the centre forward position, so the high striker. Just waiting for the umpire's whistle. There's the whistle, and away we go. This should be interesting. Oh, there's Ryan Archibald on Jamie Dwyer there for a second, but Ryan's moved away. Jamie's free to roam, and he's just heading up the field. So he's pushed himself right up high behind the defenders, so that you may think that they may be looking for an overhead aerial. Nope, nothing happening there. May have been a pre-planned move that they didn't manage to execute. Coming on the right side now, Golds. On that, throws the ball again, coming right. James down here on the wing, receives nicely, has a look. Nothing happening there. Eddie Ockenden runs past him on the outside, just to give him the extra option and force the defender to take one player or another. Ball back down the right side, now back through the inside channel. It's on the far side, so Jamie tracks across to try and maintain some connection with his players. Again, Gold's filling up that centre mid position. No, it's a foot, so he's looking for something, but Eddie Ockman's only getting a free hit no matter what he wants. Well, Jamie again, he's on the opposite side. He was just sneaking in there, lining himself up with that back post, but the whistle's gone. He already knew that. Obviously the player on the ball didn't. So Jamie tracked back down, and Swanee's on the burst, puts some pressure on the opposition player, and then backs off again. Obviously the tactic is a half-court press, as they've all fallen back into their own half of the field. 1-0 lead, fourth quarter. Maybe they're happy to sit on the 1-0 lead. Well, the Kiwis have found a little bit of space here, so got to be a bit careful. Oh, Jamie on the ball now, he's in the inside position. Swanee turning him inside and out, making the defenders make a decision. Jamie on the burst. Well, even at 37 years old, starting from behind the defender and having to carry the ball, very nearly made it through. Nice ball to safety, back down the line. Ball coming out right. And you see Jamie just having a look there. Couldn't quite tie that one together with Swanee. Having a look just to see where his opposition player was. Even though he wasn't on the ball, he was checking when he was off the ball, so that he knew if he did get the pass to him, he knew who was around him and what he would have to do, what his options were. Nice bit of skill here. Oh, well done. Oh, Jamie throws one over the top, diagonally to the far post, but no, it's danger by the looks of things, but clever bit of play there. He obviously saw somebody making that move to the right wing. And there he goes, into the dugout for a drink. Fourth quarter, he's done his shift. Well, that's it, 11 minutes 23 to go. Australia 1, New Zealand 0 so far. Okay, 6 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Jamie's back on. Once again, comes on closer to the dugout. Oh, looks like he's coming as a midfield player again on that left side. Now he's working his way across field. Kiwis here with a nice good chance, a couple of good shots in there, but nope, all coming to nothing. Umpire waves play on. Ball down the other end. Tom Craig on the burst. He's a big unit, very skillful, very fast for a big man. Here we go, through Aaron out to Jamie on the right now. He started as the midfield player. There we go, it's interesting stuff. What's he going to do? No, nice little bit of aerial skill, but unfortunately, put it straight on the stick of the Kiwi. Oh, here's the Moose. Good and strong. Tried to get shoved off the ball, but he's too strong for that. Looks like he's run it over the byline. Jamie's moved himself from the right mid or right striker back into the inside left channel. There we go now. Yeah, Jamie's obviously put the stick on the Kiwi player's stick to give away the foul. And now he's moved across the field once again. Receives the ball nicely, makes up a little bit of space. No, okay, that's interesting. Oh, good skill, good skill. Yeah, Simon Charles there, nice little tap, and just dinged it over the flat stick that's been laid there for him. No. Take it back. This way. Okay, now it's on. Can that go 5? Probably not. No whistle? No. Okay. Yeah, keeper's having trouble with his kickers. Doesn't come loose, unfortunately. When the foot piece comes loose, you've got to take the kicker off. You've got to take the shin guard off to get to the kicker, to reposition it and tighten it up. No, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Probably a bully, I suspect. Okay, we're set to go again. Now where are we? Oh no. So obviously the Kiwis had the ball. And the Australians are just happy to let them have it. Black Six have brought on a kicking back, as you can see. Here he is, up inside the Australia half. So with just a few minutes left, they're obviously going for it. No. And that one's all to nothing over the dead ball line. Here's Jamie well up the field now. Behind the kicking back, he's the highest player up the field. So the Australians are going to stretch the Kiwis. Oh, nice touch there. Just as well the Kiwis intercepted that ball, or it could have been all kinds of problems. There's Jamie way up the field. Kicking back's rearranging his top. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he had it on the wrong way round for the umpire's liking. Jamie moves away from the kicking back to give himself some space to work in. One of the Kiwis is down there. Okay, ball's on. Oh. Do or die defending from the Australians. Umpire's given a short corner. It looks like he's sticking with his guns. No referral at the Aslan Shah tournament. There's no video here, so no video referral. Jamie's back to the halfway line. He doesn't play a part in the short corner defence. So he just moseys quietly up the field. The other Australian players are spreading themselves wide. Tom Craig here in the Australian right wing position. Jamie's coming well high up the field. Here comes a short corner. Ball in. No. Looks like another short corner. So probably an Australian foot by the look of that. Jamie's back on the halfway line here. So it looks like about 3 minutes remaining on the clock. It looks like Jamie decided they don't need another goal, but the Kiwis went for the left post, tried to slide one in there for the deflection, didn't quite make it work. Okay, here comes Jamie. Yeah, gets the ball up again as he receives it. Nice little tap and turn. That's it, drew 3 players there, and unusually hits a pass. And then straight up to the far post once again. With only a kicking back in there. A good smash ball, big crash ball down into the D, and a little touch is all it needs. So Australia don't need another goal at this stage, but obviously Jamie, ever the goal poacher and fantastic goal scorer, is up there hunting in the opposition D and keeping them honest. There's another goal at this stage with 2 to go, and you'd have to think it would be all over. No, the Moose there, dribbling his way out of trouble. Once again, Mark Knowles steps in now to take the free out. And there we go, over the top, out of trouble to the right half. Matt Golds is there. There's Jamie in the inside position. Big Tom Craig picks it up. He gets shoved off the ball for his trouble. Play on. Says Paul Wright, the umpire. Okay, there's a foul now. And Jamie, once again, right up in the face of goal. Running in behind the defenders, left, right, left, right. Defenders are, oh, here we go. Oh, didn't give the defender 5 metres. Yeah, sorry, Jamie. Right idea, though. So clever play, always thinking. Here's Golds, dives in for the tackle. No, he obviously fouled, took the Kiwi stick on the way through. It's do or die stuff. Jamie now tracks back on the left side. And Matty Golds there, scrambling again to put pressure on the player. Hands him over to the big dog. Oh, nice play by the Kiwis. Looking for a foot and finding a foot. Good play. Yeah, there's Ryan Archibald receiving the congratulations of his players. He covers the ground so easily, Ryan Archibald. He just slides across the surface. There's a big long drag. He's got a wingspan like an albatross. And he just seems to effortlessly glide past players. There's Jamie having a word with Paul Wright, the umpire. Obviously, I suspect, harking back to the previous incident in the Kiwi goalmouth, where the aerial ball came through and Jamie thought he had a legitimate chance, but the umpire blew him up for being within 5 metres of the defender. So here we are, 30 seconds left on the clock. Ball in, slipped round the back, put on the keeper's pads, cleared high, and what's it going to be? Looks like another short corner, is it? Yeah. Australians are complaining. Umpire said no, it's up high off the Australian pads, fell into a group of players, that's fair enough. Other umpire Wright's not moving from his position on the middle of the field. Yeah, Jamie sharing a joke there with Tom Craig. Oh, geez, something's gone on, they don't look too stressed. Well, there's 30 seconds on the clock, so the clock stopped, as it does these days for short corners and also for goal celebrations. And here we go. All the Australians are back to defend this time, only 30 seconds left. So back they come. Big scrambling tackle there. Aaron Zaluski on the burst, takes it nicely. Here comes Jamie now. Once again, as soon as he gets the ball, the first thing he does, lift the ball up. Nice little drag, protects the ball, lifts it up. Yep, lifts it up. Yeah, 30 seconds, burn the clock into the corner. Yep. And there's a whistle, and that looks like full time. Clever play. Yeah. Yeah, the Kiwis can't be too disappointed with that. 1-0. Australia had a heap of possession in the first half, and it could have easily been anything.